Alright, deck tech. So we're trying to apply the Urborg tech, like we were discussing in one of our mono red videos, which you can check out on my Magic Mat channel. And yeah, so let's just apply this to the companionless version first. Wait a minute, this is not the companionless version, excuse me. There we go. Yeah, so we're going to try this. We're going to try to apply this with the companionless version here first, with the Lurrus of the Dream Dead in the main deck, Liliana of the Veil, kind of all the greatest hits of what makes black, kind of the greatest hits of black cards, including this. I think this is an underplayed black card because Lurrus kind of pushes it out. But if you're not playing Lurrus, I think this is one of the best removal spells because it's a removal spell that can hit planeswalkers or creatures. It can, it's instant speed, obviously, and it's a creature. I mean, hey, if Tyro's Downfall saw a lot of play, this is almost just better. I mean, yeah, you lose 2 life, but I mean, the creature has lifelink, so that kind of helps make up for it. But anyway, break the ice for Tron, basically. I mean, it could have some application in other matchups, but mostly for Tron. Dementia for combo matchups, basically. Ratchet Bomb, you know, for stuff. I mean, like you had Rhinos and tokens and just Death Shadow and other stuff. Needle. This also can help out against Tron, naming like Expedition Map, Oblivion Stone, stuff like that. But also just, I don't know, when we're playing a mono black deck, we don't have many actual proper artifact or enchantment hate, and in a way, this is also like further Planeswalker hate, which is nice. So it's all pretty versatile, relatively good stuff. Blast Zone and Field of Ruin in the main. Yes, I know it looks awkward, but I'm predicting that our mana is not going to be too bad. Field of Ruin, remember, can turn into a swamp if we really need it to. Plus, if we draw one of Urborg, that might smooth things out. Other than that, I mean, with 8 cards to bring back with Lurrus, so I think this. I think we might be able to get a trophy with this list. Let's see. Match 1. Yep. All right, match 1. Let's go. Just running back the budget Lurrus deck with Victim of Night and with Urborg. Man, this hand could use an Urborg, that's for sure. Oh, but never mind. I guess I'm running the companionless version. Never mind. Well then. Alrighty. Well, this hand looks all right. Hopefully we're not placing a Blood Moon deck. Doesn't look like. Ooh. A little bit of lag. Okay. Alright, let's get inquisitive here. Fortunately, I don't have anything to buy back with Lurrus, which is kind of an issue. Teferi is just a good target for Murderous Rider. Unless they immediately downtick, but we'll see. On the other hand, Counterspell, no, that could have only taken these 2. Well, I hate not playing anything, but the reality is I don't want to just expose Lurrus to getting bounced. Stomping Ground and Blooded Strand, okay. I'm ultimately fine either way, but I hope they tick up. If they tick up, I get pure card advantage. Okay, good. So let's swiftly end that. key right at hand. Alrighty. Should I look at their hand again? Just find it extremely unlikely that they happen to draw. Alrighty. Alright, let's see if they draw their 5th land. Okay. I think Pit's Solitude, it's kind of a 2-for-1 in our favor, but more importantly, it's actually kind of like a 3-for-1 because Solitude goes from being a 2-for-1 in their favor to being a 2-for-1 in our favor, but of course they don't. Okay, so here's what we're gonna do. I'm just gonna drain them a little bit, and then I'm gonna try to gain some. And I'm gonna draw a card at the end of their turn. Just tired of waiting. Maybe I just play Lurrus, I don't know. No, now I can play Lurrus, I think. Well, it depends. If I draw a card, no, I can. Either way, it works. Should work. Well, time to get our Lurrus game going finally. Finally get some card advantage when playing this. Alrighty. Alright, now they're gonna Solitude us, which is fine. Yep. Okay, so let's first lead off with this. Okay, triggers -2, -2. Alright, so we're both just kind of 2-for-1ing each other. Alrighty. Fury, that's fine, I guess. I guess I'll have to take 6, although gaining life is actually kind of like card advantage here. Maybe I will block. I need a, what do you call it? I need a, Victim of Night. Turok might not be bad either. Where is my Victim of Night? Jeez, man, no, oh man, where is my frickin', Victim of Night? Or Murderous, actually Murderous Rider actually is what I'm looking for, although, I guess I can Murderous Ride one more time. Jeez, man. In the past, Turok usually easily beats them, but But now they're being kind of clever, thinking that Counterspell makes their deck better. It does not. They need more cheap interaction. Like, I think the versions that were playing Lightning Bolt had more the idea, but, you know, Counterspell just happens to be better against us, but the reality is it's just a dumb card. And they might get rewarded for that, but it's not actually a good decision, in my humble opinion. Oh, dang it, didn't draw any Lilianas either. Didn't draw anything. And I could play Pithy Needle, but I just don't think it might be necessary. It's hard to say. Yeah, just run it back. I mean, like the Lilianas and stuff. I think when I beat this deck previously, Liliana ultimated. Alright, keep. See, and now we can play the Lurrus. The Lurrus is out, Lurai, however you call them, earlier because we actually have some early interaction. Or some early source of artifact-based card advantage. I may have to field a rune to make my Lurrus better. Let's see. Unless they play Red and 6, in which case I guess I'll just Murderous ride that. Hopefully we'll draw a black source. Yeah, we did. We gotta do that because like that makes Liliana worse. If they have extra cards to pitch every turn and we don't. Alpine Moon. Sure, you got it, buddy. I could just Blast Zone that away. Unless they name Blast Zone. Okay. Well, this adds any color, which seems pretty cool to me. Alright, well they can't quite 2-for-1 Solitude or Fury me just yet, so there's that. Omnath. Oh, jeez. I guess that's fine. Turok. It's probably slightly better. Alrighty. This is something that I have to imagine bouncing is not very appealing. Also, they need Fury. They can't use Solitude on this. Okay, looks like they do happen to have Fury. I mean, in theory, they're not going to have Fury every single time, you know? But I know that's only a theory. Alrighty. I wonder why they're playing more cards that need card advantage. I mean, that generate card advantage, like Jace. That's kind of not their weakest link. But, I could just use Blast Zone, I guess. So 1, 2, 3. I can just deal with Jace that way, which I probably have to. That seems kind of dumb. But, okay. We don't really have that much one drop anything. In fact, we have constantly thought about playing Chalice ourselves. We could play. Yeah, I guess we'll play this here. And I guess we could play, okay, if they want to counter, that's fine. Okay, fine. I don't think there's a better way to do this. Another Jace. I don't think Jace is a really good card. I think that's kind of dumb to play it, but hey, it's just me. I mean, in this deck, I mean, it's good in a control deck that has a lot of cheap removal, but this is like the opposite of a deck with lots of cheap removal. Alrighty. They might have another counterspell, but the Allure of Turok is pretty... I mean, they didn't put this to hand, so they must have something. I'll just try to get Turok out normally. Double Solitude, okay. Well... I don't know why they didn't put Kira to hand. I guess they just weren't thinking. Yeah, at least it's more likely that they're going to discard a card and make my Turok bigger. So there's that. Notably, they cannot bounce Turok. Oh no. They just drew that too. At least I can down tick. Maybe we can cut them off red. Man, where the frick are our murderous riders? Those things could take care of Jace easily. Just stop seeing them. I wonder why they didn't put Kira to hand. I don't think I have that much at 3. And they cut off their own Kira. Oh yeah, I guess I have a Murderous Rider, which I'm never going to draw anyway, so it doesn't matter. Let's get this out of my hand, because I know it's going to get countered, but... They're probably saying, oh, spaghetti over there, but they're not thinking that. Obviously, I can blast zone and unlock this, and you know how it goes. I guess kind of impatient. I've got the Collective Brutality, so that should help. I guess I could have tried to pitch it for extra value now that I think about it, so maybe that was jumping the gun. Maybe it was up to, uh-oh, SpaghettiOs for us. Did they side out their Omnaths? I'm going to side out some of them. So they got one here. I mean, they are a little bit weak to Fatal Push, so maybe that's what they were thinking. Just in case I draw a Blast Zone, I'm going to have to unlock their fourth and final Solitude. I guess they finally draw their Omnath. I need Turok. If they can't counter Turok, that might be a great blocker, and I guess Jace could bounce it though, but at least it won't get a... I guess it could get Furied. Can't really play anything else on this thing right now. I haven't drawn like any 3-drop since they dropped Chalice on 3, so joke's on them. guess we're hoping for Turok. I mean, what are they going to keep buying back at this point? Expressive Iteration, they'll deck themselves like that. Oh, see, this is why they should maybe think about playing Lightning Bolt instead. Oh, but I guess that would get cut off by Chalice in 1. Well, I guess now they have access to unlimited counterspell. Match 2. Alright, we'll keep in mind that last match against Elementals, we did not get to see how the game would play out if I actually could resolve a Turok, which they don't seem to play like all 4 counterspells. And, well, anyway, maybe that's neither here nor there. I think Lurrus is a little clunky because we don't have something to buy back just yet. But like, yeah, in my experience, I definitely do beat Elementals usually when I resolve a Turok. But it had a lot less to do with counterspell, because honestly, even if I resolved that Turok in the first game, it's unlikely. I mean, it's so late, it probably wouldn't have made a difference. But usually, in my experience, if I resolve a Turok, I win. It's pretty simple. But of course, sometimes you just don't draw our shit, you know. Yeah, let's get Thoughtseize. And then we'll probably take a Kolaghan's Command. Okay. I'll probably discard Field of Ruin. No, but Field of Ruin could come in handy with their, whatchamacallit, Den of the Bugbear. I could discard Swamp, but that could bite us in the butt if we draw Turok. Yeah, this could be a mistake, but I'm going to get rid of Field of Ruin. Maybe I should have gotten rid of a Hive, but anyway. It's neither here nor there. Double Kolaghan's Command. Okay. But they seem to be kind of... Is it just me, or are they kind of mana screwed? Well, never mind. Because unlike us, they always draw exactly what they need at all times, all the time. Well, now I guess we have to discard Castle. Just have to resolve Lily. I have some butts about that. Okay, well that's not a good card for them. But they're just going to discard it to Liliana, though. But I can start attacking with Hive maybe, and then I can exile the Cruxes. Kolaghan's the last card in their hand. Okay, well now they can Kolaghan's. So if they return a card, then it's just going to get discarded. So they're probably going to have to deal 2 to this to make me discard a card. And I got my finger on the pulse as far as the blast zone, which is nice. I don't think they realize that's going to get discarded. Yeah. Didn't really do anything. They should have just made me discard all this. The same thing, I guess. Or they should have... Yeah, I guess there was no good play for them. Alright. Well, even if they Croxa, I can juice up Blast Zone to 2. Okay. Curved out perfectly, but that's fine. Juice up Blast Zone to 2. Or, better yet, maybe if I draw a land, I'll probably downtick, and then I'll probably just exile the other Croxa. But I'll definitely juice this up to 2 anyway. Alrighty. I got a lot of ways to deal with this. I'll probably downtick, no? But then I can remove this. No, let's do this. Let's Swift End. Yeah. Alrighty. Swiftly End. My music stopped. Okay. You're going to hear a little more background noise until I can get the next track going. Oh, yay, I win. Yay. So, thought comes to me. Do we need Ratchet Bomb? You know, thought comes to me, and Ratchet Bomb is, you know, probably better than Collective Brutality in this deck. It's also more fodder for Lurrus. So, alrighty. I guess that's all we really need. We could play Necromentia, but I think that's too cute. That's more of a combo type of card. There we go. Okay. Now, the music that ends up in the background is from YouTube's audio library, but it's so faint that probably y'all can't really hear it. Or maybe if you're listening on headphones, maybe. Why isn't it playing? I don't understand why the well, I mean, I will keep. Definitely has some potential. Okay. Yeah, I want to play the tracks from the second page. Okay, let's go. Audio track unavailable. No, there it is. Okay, well we got Fatal Push, which is very fatal. Fatal push. Uh-oh, we got double Inquisition. So, yep. So to answer your question, yep. Oh, they've got double Inquisition. I thought they were going to take Liliana, you'd think. Voidwalker, sure thing, bud. Let's Urborg. I'd love to Liliana, but I think Murderous Riding is kind of better. It's both are a 2-for-1, but I think the best use of Liliana is if we could start ticking her up. Swift End. Let's do this. I know it's weird to discard a Lurrus, but it's not going to gain full value anytime soon. I guess they have an Unholy Heat, but instant sorcerer creature land. Yeah, so I guess they can instant Holy Heat it. Okay, fine, whatever. Man, nothing to bring back with Lurrus is a little bit kind of rough. Yeah, just drawing Lurrus with nothing to bring back is just kind of the main symptom here of what's going wrong. I guess I didn't have anything else to recur, so maybe I shouldn't have given up that early, but that was just like literally the worst card to draw. We got also like 1 million different ways to manage their graveyard, and so like they should not have Delirium. In fact, I think it's kind of dumb that they still are keeping Delirium cards in their deck. It's pretty unlikely to actually do anything. You know, kind of. I noticed I might not be playing as well or giving as good commentary if I'm like if I don't really want to play. I don't know if I really want to play right now, but I don't know, we'll see. Still think I can easily beat this though, even if I'm not playing my best. Yeah, sure, why not? We've actually finally got a way to buy stuff back. Double Inquisition. Well, actually, one of those Inquisitions is going to whiff. So I guess we'll take Koligon's command. Have a Mishra's Bauble, okay. Maybe I shouldn't have actually drawn a card with Mishra's Bauble, because what if I draw a land and then Inquisition whiffs? Yeah, so I'm gonna, for that reason, I'm actually gonna wait on this. Maybe I shouldn't have drawn a card. Jeez. Come on. I guess it worked. The plan worked. I could play Blast Zone, maybe that would have been slightly better, but I may want to use the Field of Ruin next turn. Yeah, I think we're using Field of Ruin. Ready. Uh-oh, Spaghetti-O. Our hand sucks. I should have done that before that came into play. No reason for that to be exiled. Alright, well, cool. Lurrus to hand. Maybe I sneak in and take out the Mishra's Bauble. That seems very reasonable. Of course, if they do have another land, so they could bring back the Dothy Voidwalker, but that's not probably as bad, I guess. I'll discard a Blast Zone. They have Lurrus. They have one unknown in their hand, and the problem is that could be a removal spell, like a lightning bolt. And if it is, oh, good, 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 good. Goody, 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 goody. Goody. Liliana. Well, considering that, yeah, I'll tick up. I'll probably just discard Shizzo, but they can't just single shot Unholy Heated anymore. And I can always use Blast Zone to take care of the Lurrus. Ready. Let's see. Yeah, fair enough. How greedy do I want to be? Let's not be too greedy. They probably just now this means they can probably bolt it, but if they want to bolt this, they might not be able to bolt the Liliana. At least that's the hope. Okay. Alright, if that's what they say. Maybe I should have just drawn a card with Castle Locthwain, but anyway. I didn't want to use that on Liliana. I guess ideally they want a Ragadash if they can find it. Or Kolaghan's command would be even better. I'll do this at end of turn, because I may want to, I may need to intercept a dashing Ragavan. Alrighty. I could have played that, but... I'm gonna draw like Terminator or something. Okay, if I remove Lurrus, that will take care of a big possible issue down the road where they could Kolaghan's command it back to their hand. Of course, they just happen to rip it off the top of their library. I guess I should have played that if you think about it. And maybe I should have left this up to juice it up to 3. If I take Pyrite Spellbomb, though, they can't really do much with it. Yeah, this wasn't not my ideal, but... And now let's get rid of that nonsense for good. So they can't do that again. That was very impolite of them to just rip Kolaghan's command right off the top. Very impolite. Don't tell me they do Terminate or Lightning Bolt. Alright. Bye-bye for good, Lurrus. Never come back. Alrighty. I think we're outjunning the Jund pretty heavily at this point. Game 2 only was an issue because they because we had all those Lurrai with no way to get card advantage off of them, which is one of the entire points if you think about it. Well, they continue with the rudeness, but I don't think it's ultimately going to make that big of a difference. Wait, what did they return to their hand? Okay, well, I don't know why they're up 1 card, but... Should I attack? It puts them on a clock, right? Yeah, but this allows me to hold up for Ragged Ashing. Yeah, hopefully they don't... Hopefully that isn't Inquisition in their hand. Kind of wish I could just play this out of my hand and just dodge Inquisition, but unfortunately it doesn't work that way. I need a target. So I could do this again, but I do have to be concerned about my life total, I think. See what they got. Sure, bud. Yeah, I don't think this is really that dangerous. Let's just play this out, because they can't... What I was worried about is they had a removal spell and then dash Ragavan, but I think we're pretty much in the clear now. I'll just play this out. Yep, that's a GG's. And washes the bad taste of never drawing Turok in match 1 out of our mouth. So cool stuff. All right, match 3. I think I can do better than this. I guess that is better, actually. I don't know if this is a graveyard-based deck, but Mishra's Bauble is good, but on the off chance it is a graveyard deck, let's lag it up. See if they take a mulligan too. They do. They're in the Mulligan Club. Glad that I'm not the only one. The reason why we kept Collective Brutality is that they might be playing a counterspell deck, or and actually just some interaction is always good. Ooh hoo hoo. Let's do this. This could be a mistake, but if they dash Ragavan, then I can't intercept it with a sorcery anyway. Hoo hoo hoo. Alright. Croxy. Croxy. I guess I'll discard Turok, although I don't know. It's going to be such an important card. No, I refuse. Not discarding Croxa. I don't care what y'all say. Alright, well I guess I have to do this, so I can draw a card. Nice. The fear was, of course, I'd keep drawing lands, and, you know, but... Oh, jeez. This was not the way I intended to use Turok, but I mean, hey, I've got another one at least. Yes. Jeez. Good thing we put in 24 lands. We did discard a land though, so part of that was our fault. But we thought with 24 lands we'd probably draw another one. Kolaghan's command. Well, if we draw a card, at least we can uptick with Liliana. Unless I draw like a... You know, we actually needed that swamp. Oh. Oh yeah, right, they can play it again. And all of this nonsense is just because we just discarded that land. But I'm telling you, in an alternate universe, we do nothing but land. Alright, this opponent is probably proud of themselves. They're probably doing somersaults right now. But it's like, geez, calm down. We just got mana screwed. that doesn't mean anything. Alrighty. Collective Brutality can be good, but I think Ratchet Bomb, just like last game, is probably going to be better. Because that can intercept and be brought back with Lurrus. But I think in the main deck, it's obviously better, but anywho. Yeah. Anywho. Okay, not bad. I guess never discard lands. No, that's not the answer. This sucks. I'm gonna have to wait one turn to intercept this thing. I guess if this, I guess it just normally they dash it. I was like, if that was a collective brutality, then we would have been able to just deal with it outright. But you know, hey. Yeah, sure. If you want to play it, that's fine by me. Oh, okay. Am I done discarding lands? Should we discard our own Liliana? Maybe so. Probably discard Fuel to Ruin. I don't seem to be a bugbear deck. Famous last words. I'm just worried about them dropping another Liliana. Oh. This was the downside of the choice we made. But we made our choice. Should I discard? Should I actually draw, though? That's a little aggressive from them. Come on, not another lightning bolt. Alright, well at least I have, dang it, man, if I would have known, I could have the Nihil Spellbomb. All because I discarded that swamp. Actually, I guess I never had a swamp. I'm gonna juice up the Blast Zone. Should have attacked with the season too. Come on, land. Okay. Maybe this isn't too bad. A Murderous Rider would get us right back in the game. Not a Murderous Rider, I mean a Swift End. Alright, match 4. Oh my god, the lag. If only I would have had an untapped land, I would have been able to play that Nihil Spellbomb last game, and then that Proxa wouldn't have got out of control. But these black mid-range matchups are always like that. They're always just kind of like who top stack best. And obviously who has better cards, which is us. So that's why we usually win. And yes, I know we play janky cards, but the janky cards we play are better. That's just in my opinion, at least. Yeah, I guess we might as well hold Nihil Spellbomb since this looks like another black mid-range type attack. Now let's see if we draw Fatal Push. At least they didn't get Nihil Spellbomb. And they can't cast Lurrus. This might tempt Lurrus to go after Liliana, that's the hope at least. Although I guess in retrospect, maybe I should have just played this tap so I could play Lurrus next turn, but I don't know. Alright, well that distracted a Rakdos once, which is fine by me. So 1 for 1, and I save 2 life and getting hit by Ragavan. I want to move up to Turok so bad, but I can't keep getting hit by Ragavan. Probably Turok. Good thing I didn't angle to Turok. Might as well juice one of these up. You know they're packing Croxa. I could have angled actually. Oh dang it! Yeah, I could have angled to kill them next turn with the Hive attack. Okay, but I stuck with the idea of preventing a Rakdos. That is what we will do. Okay, instead of playing a Death Shadow deck, I was kind of not expecting this. This should have left Blast Zone at 1. I thought, for some reason, I thought they were just the black-red mid-range deck with blue, I guess. Okay, here's the plan. We're going to attack. They're probably going to take because that brings them to lethal. But then we're going to do the -2 life. And if they drown in a lock, we can target ourselves and have no cards in our graveyard, which is always nice. Okay. Didn't see that one coming, I bet. Reach in a mono black deck. Nice. So even though we horribly misplayed, we still relatively easily won, which is very nice. I'm not so sure the takeaway, though, is that Collective Brutality is the Shees, if you know what I mean. It doesn't intercept Dashing Raga. Yeah, I'm gonna put in a Rache Bomb. Rache Bomb. I got like a million notifications on my phone. Jeez, what's going on? Keep? Yes, keep. We shall keep. And it sucks not having Fatal Push to intercept a dashing Raga, but just like we don't always have Fatal Push, they might not always have Ragavan, and it looks like that's the case. Either that or they're worried about Fatal Push. Alright, well, we'll play Ratchet Bomb. Yes, this means that we don't have Fatal Push, but hopefully this means they don't have Ragavan as opposed to them worrying about us having Fatal Push. They probably assume we have like 8 discard spells or something, and that if we aren't playing a discard spell, it means we have Fatal Push. Little did they know, we actually only play 4, and you know, sometimes we just don't have it anyway. Okay, or never mind, maybe they just don't have Ragavan, which is probably better, except that means they have something else, and that something else could be better. Alright, let's Liliana it up. I don't think I need 2 Turoks. Alpine Moon. It's very interesting. I'm probably going to Kolaghan's Command. I can angle for bringing Ratchet Bomb back at some point. Okay, fair enough. Well, hopefully the last card in their hand isn't drawn in a lock. Although if it's not drawn in a lock, I don't know what it is, but it's probably a Lightning Bolt or something. And it's either Lightning Bolt or it's drawn in a lock. I mean, actually, if you think about it, it's almost the same thing. I mean, a 2/1 body is not super. Yeah, it's probably drawn in a lock. Yeah, fine, whatever, pal. I actually have way more card value than you, so I'm still probably going to win this. Though you think you're slick with these drawn in the locks. Hee hee hee. Alrighty. Oh man, Liliana would be sweet. But I'm a little worried that they happen to draw another drawn in a lock. We can at least tie them up on their upkeep. Yeah. I don't think there's a ton of downside to doing this on their upkeep. Aha! Called it. So at least we tied up their mana on their turn. I don't know how much. Okay, cool. So we know we've got Death Shadow covered next turn regardless. Probably going to take Liliana. Yeah, I can get behind that. Alrighty. Okay, they got Lurrus. What you think you're slick? Okay. And then we can start drawing cards next turn and maybe gaining life. Oh, no thank you. I don't want you drawing any cards or anything off of that. No, no sirree, Bob. See, we can't cut them off of blue, but we can't cut them off of red. We can't cut them off of black. Let's do this though. Yes, and that means we can gain more life with Castle Locthwain, which is always nice. Well, at least we're moving past these cards. It's very nice to be able to keep gaining life while drawing cards. Spending 1 life to draw a card. It can add up. Oh, dang it. Yeah, it's not bad. We'll just save this in case for Dashing Raga. Come on, no Croxa. Okay, good. Oh, I guess we need to draw something then, don't we? Well, that is something, but it's not something this turn. It's something down the road. Okay, that's something. If that buys me 1 turn, that's good enough. You gotta be kidding me. They're exactly what they need. Death Shadow into... Well, Ragavan's not actually... Okay, okay. Obviously we gotta block this. It's not too bad. Yeah, Blast Zone, I could use that. I know Ragavan's one of those cards in their hand. This might be our ticket to get back in this, I don't know. Because I can actually use the other one. Now we can get Turok. I sacrificed the wrong one! I sacrificed the wrong one. And then we're gonna die now because of it. Jeez. So I was trying to go for the Turok there. How much you gonna bet this player doesn't even know what happened? Yeah, I think we had that on a lock. Just had to click the right Lurrus. We were gonna bring back Turok. I guess we should have let off on Turok. Now that I think about it. Yeah, why didn't I do that? I guess it was me who thought I was clever. Wow, talk about not playing at my best. Should have just let off on Turok in the first place. For some reason, I thought, I don't know, that they might have Kolaghan's command. First of all, I'm gonna be honest, I forgot that Lurrus is legendary and I can't have two out. Second of all, yeah, I was trying to play around Kolaghan's command, but didn't realize I would get even more worse Kolaghan's commanded. I don't know. I don't know. Bottom line is, I overthought things, but I both spent too long thinking about things that didn't matter, and it doesn't matter anymore. Jeez, we had that game on such a lock. Yeah, they really, really think they're clever. I'm gonna hold on to this because it can also help counter a you know what. A Drown in a Lock, which I think is like the only counter spell they actually play. Yep. Well, they're walking right into Blast Zone. So here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna sacrifice Nihil Spellbomb, and then we're gonna respond with Blast Zone. Let's be patient. Alright, let's be patient. Death Shadow could be good, but Expressive Iteration could be too. Let's get Expressive Iteration. That's the gift that keeps on giving, if you ask me. I'm going to put Lurrus to hand. Attaboy. Alright, hopefully we draw untapped Black Source. Dang it. Well, let's get Lurrus now, or Fervor Holder piece. Oh, I should have totally Field of Ruined it first. Well, anyway. I guess this allowed me to play around something. And we're in trouble though, actually now. Yeah, now we're facing down a Croxa and a Death Shadow. And this Unholy Heat, unfortunately, is going to cause problems. Yeah. Alright. Match. Blah. 5. Just played like an idiot last game. Opponent obviously thinks they're slick, but in reality we lost to ourselves, not to our opponent. There's really no reason to crack that now. There's also no reason to show them. Actually, I guess there was a reason to crack it. What if they had well, we've got like 1,000,001 Field of Ruins if we can actually get there. They don't have versus mine in their hand? I do need a clock, but I think the clock would be better served by Turok. Turok time. I am Turok. If I can actually win against Tron, that'll make it all worthwhile. Yeah, let's do this. I think that's a scoop. All right, not bad. Taking out game one against Tron. So the strategy is pretty simple and also not necessarily what you'd expect. Well, we definitely want to break the ice. That part is simple. We also want Necromentia because this can actually name the missing Tron lands and prevent them from ever getting to Tron ever again. Even though Collective Brutality is good last game, the reality is I don't play that many instants or sorceries. Ditto for Fatal Push. We definitely want Pithing Needle. The reality is Murderous Rider, but the Planeswalker, being able to hit Planeswalkers is pretty nice. Yeah, the Spellbomb is not super relevant. It is mostly useful for card advantage with Lurrus, but this matchup is not exactly like not exactly about card advantage. Keep. This might be able to prevent them from searching. Yep, with turn 1 map. We do have Field of Ruin. The reality is, though, Necromentia is similar to Field of Ruin in that it won't help us if they already get to Tron, but it will help them. It will actually prevent them from getting to Tron. And it looks like we are on track to preventing them from getting to Tron, which is very nice. I may not want to run out the Field of Ruin in case they get Ghost Quarter, but it's looking like the Necromentia is gonna keep them off of Tron permanently. Alright, versus Tower, I guess, is what we'll name. Now we just have to be a little bit worried, though, about what's it called? Warping Whale. But there isn't even any good Field or Ruin targets right now, either. We don't expose this to, like, Ghost Quarter. I mean, I literally can't think of, like, I mean, if this gets Warping Whale, it gets Warping Whale, but I literally feel like, okay. So what card did they put into their hand? I'm going to name Urza's Mine. Alrighty. No, they cannot get to Tron ever again. Maybe I should have wrote down their hand because I forgot it doesn't reveal it. Let's do this. Oblivion Stone. I can angle to return this stuff. Discard Necromentia. It just doesn't really matter anymore at this point, I don't think. If they get to 5 mana, we could be in trouble, but we can use Lurrus to bring back Turok, not Liliana. Turok. Oh, we actually take it down against Tron, looks like. Well, that makes it all worthwhile. So much for this deck being, See, look, obviously having this small of a sample size tells us everything we need to know. And what that tells us is that Elementals is an impossible matchup. I'm sarcasm. Sarcasm. It tells us that Grixis Death Shadow is an impossible matchup, despite the fact that actually we had them dead to rights and we just made a stupid misplay. Also sarcasm. And it tells us that Mono Green Tron is an unlosable matchup. Also sarcasm. So yes, these as far as I'm concerned, these results are completely unrepresentative across the board. But it was fun nonetheless, and we do have a better chance than ever before against Tron. I don't know. I doubt we're favored, but you know, hey, I doubt we're even. But if we're basically even at this point, I'll take it. I mean, with all this land hate now we have in the package, we definitely have a shot. And well, obviously, and I think we just misplayed the other one, so I guess it is what it is. Okay, we'll see. Wrap up. That was a little disappointing. I mean, hey, we went 2-3, but I mean, it's pretty obvious. I mean, if you're not looking for a reason to hate this deck, I think it's pretty obvious that I could have won. At least that Rakdos, that's Grixis Death Shadow deck. The only one that I think we really, well, how can I say? It wasn't necessarily misplays on the other ones, but it seemed like we were kind of drawn kind of poorly. Like, for example, no Turoks against Elementals. But trust me, I have beaten Elementals in the past. It's not, and when we do, sometimes it looks like an unbeatable matchup for them. Believe me, like when I've like double Turok them and like emptied their hand by like turn 5 or something, they're, and we have like a 6/5 protection from white Turok that can't be Furried. Like I've done it, and when it happens, it looks like it, I bet like if they're streaming, I bet probably people are like, what is your plan against mono black mid-range? And it's just like, well, the reality is like these games can be very swingy, and like winning one game or even one match in a swingy fashion doesn't actually tell us that much. But anyway, at least we got to show that we can in fact beat mono green Tron. This is not an unbeatable matchup, and obviously, if we're going to go by small sample sizes, this is obviously the deck to metagame against Tron. I'm just kidding, okay? Like, small sample sizes Just like small sample sizes don't necessarily tell us about the other matchups, they don't necessarily tell us that we've got Tron dead to rights. Ironically, Tron is one of the few matchups that I would have expected to lose, but it is what it is. All right. Anyway, so if you like this matchup, or if you like this content, then please subscribe, and hope you did, hope you do, and hope you continue to watch my videos. As long as you like them. If you don't, feel free not to watch. But let me know anything else, and yeah, take care, everybody.